This is the Aventon Sinch, and it's a new version of their foldable fat tire e-bike because this is a step-through e-bike. What's up guys, Jimmy Chang here with Andrew in my messy garage, and today we're going to add to that a brand new bike. We are going to unbox this, put it together, and give it a test ride so we can tell you what we think about the Aventon Sinch.
Like Jimmy said, there's already a version of the Sinch out, but that's the standard frame version. This is the step-through version in two brand new colors. It's a 500 watt motor with a 48 volt, 14 amp hour battery, which equals 672 watt hours. It's supposed to be pretty sweet, and it's a fat tire e-bike, so 20 by 4 inch fat tires. I've always liked Aventon bikes. They seem a little bit more refined.
A little something something here. Other than that, I mean, this box is looking in pretty good shape. So we're gonna go ahead and get this unboxed and put together.
Oh, that's a sweet red color.
Oh, look at that.
This thing looks pretty, almost fully assembled, so I like that. If you don't want to do anything, this seems like the bike for you, because I don't even think I really need to do much from what I can see in here. I do like their chargers because they use a 3 amp charger, 54.6 volts, so as we were saying, a 48 volt battery, and then 3 amps of charging, and it's 14 amp hours. It's gonna be a little bit over 4 hours, almost 5 hours to fully charge this bike. So this bike is 68 pounds. I like that this battery's built into the frame, and I do like that it's built on the top. So a lot of batteries are built underneath. Gravity happens, the battery's the heaviest part of the bike. Putting it on the top, you'll never have it drop out on you. But I love how this is fully, completely built.
This has got to be the quickest e-bike assembly that we've ever had.
Oh, that's cool.
That's crazy.
What?
And if you live like the RV life, if you like to travel and transport your bike, this thing would be awesome.
So it does come with some extra parts, a derailleur hanger with some extra bolts and some axle nut bolts which fall off all the time. So this is pretty sweet.
This is a good looking bike. I'm used to seeing more rugged weld marks, but here the weld marks and the paint looks really good. The advantages to this bike right off the bat that I'm seeing is it's foldable. It's a step through. It's just so easy to step on and off these step through bikes. One of the things that I've noticed, it doesn't come with a fender. And usually with fat tire bikes, you like to go off-road or on trails, things can get dusty or muddy, and fenders do come in handy. In this case, you're gonna have to buy that separately. The battery is positioned on top instead of on the bottom, which is good because you don't have to worry about it falling out. I wonder if you do have to worry about water ingress. So that's how you take it out. This is part of my concern by having it on top. Basically, you have like this little pool where things can kind of collect. Okay, we're gonna test this out really quick because you guys need to know, all right? This is my beverage. Okay, let's imagine it's raining.
Whoa. Ooh, that didn't look good. So I definitely want to be careful on rainy conditions. But luckily it looks like it's gonna go down this hole and possibly drain out.
Let's say it were to rain here. Okay, so it does drain out the bottom.
And it's not gonna really get on the connections because the connection's on the bottom. So it looks like it avoids the connections.
Ricky the Raindrop, if anyone knows that reference, please leave a comment below. If I was Ricky the Raindrop, I would come down here, I would drain out the bottom. So it should not get onto the connections. We're gonna plug in the battery, let that charge up.
So we did find out it is IPX4 water resistance rating, which is designed for wet roads. And yeah, let's just do a simple walkthrough here. Turn this on for you. It's at 47% charge. I do love the color displays on the Aventon bikes. They're really nice. You can do some interesting things like calories burnt, your trip time, shows you how many trees you saved and CO2 reduced. And then one of the best things about this color display is it has an app that you can control with your phone to unlock a lot of other features about it. So you can actually compete against other riders. It's almost like it has a Strava app built into it. Here's the throttle on the left side. And one thing I wish that Aventon bikes did allow you to do is when you're in 0 pedal assist, I wish they allowed you to use the throttle. You have to actually go into gear 1 and then now the throttle will work.
Hand throttle from a dead stop.
One thing about this bike is there is no brake lights and there's no front facing light. So you definitely want to get a light if you are riding the Sinch. Then it's got a Shimano shifter on here. It's like a thumb and a trigger shifter. Tektro mechanical brakes. That is one thing that I wish was on this this bike was hydraulic brakes, but I think because it's being folded all the time, that's why they went with mechanical brakes. But I think when you're going to be folding in and out a bike and you're messing with hydraulic lines, you can end up making the lines get air bubbles in it. So it makes sense of why they would make this bike with mechanical brakes. You can fold this handlebar down, but you can also extend the height of this handlebar. It's almost like I'm on a lowrider bike. This is collapsible. So how this mechanism works is you pull up on this silver tab, drop that down. So there's one latch over here. It's pretty straightforward. Just unhook that right there. And then you should just be able to rotate this in. Easy peasy. Unfold it like that. Drop this latch in. Pull this up and you're good to go. Moving to these tires and the suspension. It's not a huge travel on the suspension, but it seems pretty good. Pretty stiff. And then you can also lock it out. These are 20 by 4 inch Xiaoyang Aerosun tires. These are really nice. They have this brown wall on them, and then they have a really cool tread pattern. They're gonna be great for the street and can handle light off-roading. Down here we have the Shimano Acera derailleur with 7 speeds, and then you have a 500 watt motor back here. And down here we have the 180 millimeter brake disc, along with the Tektro mechanical brakes.
Very good looking bike. Still my favorite part about this bike, just like the name says or implies, it's a cinch to put together.
It's more for cruising because when you try to stand up and pedal, it just feels awkward.
So I'm trying to ride this electric unicycle on this ice. All right guys, here we are, beautiful day. The Aventon Sinch has been taking us through the city, through the lake, through these trails. Let's talk about the things that we don't like about this bike.
There's not much not to like about this bike, but the biggest thing for me is it doesn't feel like a normal bike. So if you're looking for a biking experience, the Aventon Solterra or the Aventon Adventure is gonna be a much better choice for you. There's no fenders at all, so I'm getting mud all over my back, water all over my back.
This seems like a portable outdoor adventure bike. Yeah, I would think that some sort of fender should be included.
It doesn't come with the rear tail light or front facing light.
So when Andrew's going fast and I'm following right behind and he comes to an abrupt stop, I have no way of knowing because there's no brake light. And what do you think of the foot pedals? We were enamored by the fact that they can fold into a smaller footprint. At our next stop, we're gonna talk about the things that we love about this bike. Let's keep going.
Oh yeah, and one more thing. The front suspension doesn't have a ton of travel. I can easily bottom it out. It's just really made for casual riding, not really serious off-roading.
Yeah, and no one expects a foldable, portable bike for serious off-roading. I think the suspension there is a nice little perk to help with trails, to smooth out some of these easy to ride trails.
Things I love about this bike is just the amazing look. It's the best looking folding e-bike we've ever seen. The brown wall tires are sweet, the tire treads are nice that it's fat tires. The color display and the Bluetooth connectivity is amazing. It's this really nice paint job with great weld marks. There's not a huge delay in the pedal assist. I always love a little thumb and trigger shifter. Really easy to control display. It's nice that it can fold up, and these pedals are sweet too. Really be nice and compact. The Aventon always does a really good job with the kickstands. They're really nice and burly.
One of my favorite features about this bike is that it's a step through, and I'm so used to trying to get my legs over, like getting on a horse, you know, but instead you just kind of turn your hips and just step through. That easy. Not just for ladies anymore, these step through e-bikes. Guys, girls, anyone, whatever pronoun you use, you can use this bike. It's a cinch. It is different to look down and not to see that the crotch cruncher. Not there. The other folding e-bikes tend to be very industrial looking. The Aventon Sinch is the best looking folding fat tire e-bike that we've ever reviewed. Life's too short to be spent sitting on your phone scrolling through TikTok or watching lame YouTube videos by some middle-aged Asian guy that likes to ride e-devices. Get out there and have fun, okay? Check out our full review on ebikepedia.com. Thanks for watching, and remember, when you guys ride, wear your safety gear.